So today I kind of want to talk about black on black crime in light of what's going on in my city over the past couple of days. I've seen so many images in the media, people walking on the streets, shouting and giving this phrase, "Hands up, don't shoot." It's become commonplace around the country now. I want to offer a different twist to it as I talk to not public safety officers, but I talk to my own brothers and sisters and I say, uh, brother, hands up, please don't shoot. Um, we had a lot of death in our city. Quincy Broadnax, Dejon Robinson, Mark Jackson Silver, Jaquel Cheatham, Aracel Coleman, Velda Garner, Vika Sean Cheatham, Latrice Walden, Corey Holmes, Marquetta Harris, Nathaniel Bullock, Thomas Jones, Clemente Jimenez Lopez, Eric Banks, Kimberly Williams, Chantel Norville, Chad Durmeyer, Brian Sabo, Herbert Brown, Wayne Smith, Rashawn Breathwaite, Travis Antonio Horton, Hasheen Slaughter, Paige Johnson, Juan Carlos Ramirez Hernandez, Ronald McWilliams, James M. Williams, Michael McCrae, Lakeith Hurd, Albert Trower, Eric McCorkle, Michael Minor, Desmond Holmes. 32 people, I believe, in all thus far. I recently read an article by WTVR 6. It was an article posted actually February 2016, earlier this year, regarding murder capitals or jurisdictions in the United States of America. The article actually contended that while overall crime was going down, that homicides were actually going up. The article highlighted 30 some odd locations, cities in America. 28 and 25 actually had Virginia cities out of Tidewater, Norfolk, and Newport News, Virginia. But closer to the top of the list was Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, Virginia was actually number 6 on the list. And the only two cities of major renown for me that were recognizable that were ahead of Richmond were Baltimore, Maryland at about number 3 or something of that nature, and St. Louis, Missouri, which I believe was number 1 and has been highlighted for any number of reasons, including the incident with Michael Brown, which happened in Ferguson. We've got a severe issue, sickness in our culture today, and one of which, at least the one I would choose to talk about today, is the absolute genocide of black people by black people. Of the 32 homicides that we've had in our city, over half of them have occurred on the south side of the city. Another fourth or so in the East End. And so, you have 84% of them by gun violence. And I don't know how people feel about that. Some people would say it's a function of desperation and poverty. And I'd say it's a function of a loss of hope and a lack of community. At our current pace, we will be well over 40 homicides by the end of the year, 48 approximately, which would give us a 17% increase. And would be the first time in recent memory that our city's homicides actually have gone up. And if they go up, and I'm hoping, praying that they're not, they're going up because we're shutting up. Evil only exists because those who are good or those who stand for good simply refuse to speak up against it, bottom line. Poverty exists because not enough of us speak up. Corruption, political or otherwise, exists because we're not willing to speak up. Racism exists, because not enough people are willing, black, white, polka dot, otherwise, to speak up. And black people kill black people, unfortunately, because not enough of us are willing to speak up. We speak up and we're like Bill Cosby, and then no one wants to talk to us for telling to some degree what is the truth. We'd rather sit back and kind of let it go and play out as it has played out. And unfortunately, it's not working for us. Because you see, speaking up is the first step in standing up. And those who refuse to speak up and or stand up end up living on their knees. And I'm not talking about praying. Black lives do indeed matter. They do matter. And while black people killing black people is not an excuse for police brutality, nor should it ever be the prerequisite for justice, when police brutality rears its ugly head, we do have to recognize that we as a people suffer from a sickness of self-hate that causes us to devalue ourselves. I'll answer Donald Trump's question right here, right now. We have a lot to lose, a whole lot more to lose than he thinks, and a whole lot more to lose than we think. We're suspicious of each other, and that has to stop. We're envious of each other, and that has to stop. We're irreverent of each other, and it has to stop, because contrary to popular attitude, united we do stand, and divided we do fall. Let us not continue to allow this Willie Lynch-esque type of attitude to inform our existence. Listen, brothers, I implore you, my hands are up. Don't shoot. Biblically, what we have to come to understand is that Cain suffered for the murder of his brother Abel. He really did. He had to carry on for the entirety of his life living with a scar. I don't know if it was necessarily physical, but the scar that came with murdering his brother. But not only that, what we underscore and devalue is the impact it had on his family, his overall community, the ripple effects that it has when we take one of our best from each other. And so we have to be each other's keeper and not kill each other. Because if we don't, and if we do continue to kill each other, then eventually we all die.